This was an accident. Just like this film, it wasn't supposed to happen. We started making a movie about everyday people. Then we discovered these guys, and everything changed. We learned these aren't stunts. It's more profound. This is creative expression and freedom at its most fundamental. They taught us that it was okay to see things differently, to realize the beauty that can exist in each moment. We followed them to the edges of society. It's opener there in the wide open air, and we started to see things from their perspective. Started understanding the rhythm and flow of their reasoning. Eventually, we learned their philosophy, the thing that drives them, and it changed our lives. All they want is to be and to last. This became a film about people in motion.
Yeah, thanks again. Thanks a lot for coming out and supporting us. I hope you guys all really liked the film. We had a great time doing it. We've all become family, brothers from going together and doing this. The crew, the film crew, you know, everybody involved, us, the performers. I mean, it was a wonderful experience. So we're pretty stoked and blessed and humbled by it, I think. So anyways, so anybody got some questions?
Yes. Being a parent, I was wondering if any of the performers were injured in any way. Did anyone get hurt doing these incredible things?
I've been hurt a couple times doing parkour, not necessarily like during the filming of this.
A little bit.
But yeah, I don't know. My parents definitely had their. I started when I was 13. I'm 20 now, and I've definitely gotten hurt a couple times. But I kind of accepted if you're going to try something where there is the risk of getting hurt, you have to accept that you will get hurt. And it's not for sure that you will, but you better be okay with it because it's going to happen like to some people. So my most serious injury was a broken leg, but I mean I'm fine now. I still.
But during the filming.
Oh no.
This not just in life, but during the filming of this, was anyone hurt?
I think we had a couple. Everybody got bruises and sprains and whatnot, but I took a really big fall at the Oregon Pavilion in San Francisco, and that was one of the main reasons I wasn't in much of the film. I was doing a running precision from a big concrete block to another concrete block, and I slipped and took a big fall, but I managed to fall in just a way that I didn't break anything, but I bruised my entire left leg and my wrists, both wrists, and I couldn't walk for about a week, so. Yeah, it was a long recovery process, but it was the entire journey was just so incredible. I mean, I was happy to be a part of it. I'm really proud to be a part of it either way.
Are there many training facilities? You showed that one that you went to.
Oh, Tempest?
Yeah. Are there very many other in the country that teach this?
Across the country, there are a few gyms that. There are a few gyms definitely that like are specifically for parkour. There's one I know of in Minnesota and a couple on West Coast, but it is really relatively new for the States. And unlike a lot of European countries where it's a little more prevalent, we have liability issues here, especially. So it's interesting because none of the insurance companies really know what it is, so you can't insure it. But mostly any kind of gymnastics gym that have open gyms, you'll find people practicing parkour and free running there. There's actually one I work at right down the road, of course, but
Yeah, we both work there. It's actually right across the street, pretty much. But yeah, any facility that's gymnastics based or you know, there's a lot of parkour places jumping up, but a lot of them are just communities. They're going to be going and joining the park together and just playing around. But a lot of these gymnasts and stuff that are, you know, he's an ex-gymnast, I'm an ex-gymnast, and we've been doing it in gyms and we've been playing around our own equipment for a long time. And I mean, back in the day, we called it freestyle walking. Like when I was a little kid, okay, we got 10 years on him. And our bodies were beat up a little bit more than maybe Jacobs or they could run a little bit harder every single day than we did. Then he didn't mention about that jump through the love sign. Before that jump where he decided to go onto his feet, he was doing a cat plane. So he was running, doing the same exact strides.
Jump to the side of the L and catch the top instead of landing on the
He's
top.
gonna hit here, and you catch with your hands. Where he put his feet before, he put where his hands were. Well, this love sign is 1/4-inch steel, stamped, sheet metal,
Yeah,
stamped,
designs.
and it was stamped with doves. The entire thing was stamped in doves. So this was a cheese grater of love.
I jumped to it like just to test the stability of the sign, but when I grabbed the top edge, I ended up ripping 5 places on my fingers. So like 2 on fingers, and 3 on the side or whatever. But it was just my hands were like shredded, so I had to tape it up and just. That's when I kind of decided to jump to it instead because I wasn't.
Why didn't you just have somebody, like, could you have had people?
We had the
Like,
entire.
there's people on the frame of it because it's the L and then there's the frame. But if you look, the feet of the L, like it's separated from the
They're
actual
posts.
L itself. So we
okay.
should have had people behind it instead.
Yeah. That's
Well, even if they were behind, it might have helped. But the thing was, he just had a ton of force into it,
Yeah.
and with the weight of it was the backside of the L. And they were actually in there. If you see it, they're standing on. There's pieces of metal underneath it with posts into it, and they're standing. We got probably 12 people, 6 on each one of them. We had a good 1,500 pounds on it. So what happened was his force popped it out of those, and it didn't matter that they were on
that's
it
what I
anymore.
figured. If you had people
Yeah.
behind it, it might have.
Maybe,
worked better.
maybe.
I mean, it happens,
Hindsight, right?
I'm sure you didn't expect that to happen though.
It was incredible though. His hands were all cut up and he got back up there and he
Let's
decided
do it
to do it again.
Yeah.
Do it
Yeah. Other than that, little ankles. I mean, we're beating ourselves up. Little ankle injuries. I think I taped up a couple of ankles myself and my own, and little wrists here and there, little fingers here and there, but nothing more than any other hard sport you're going to be into. So, I mean, skaters, I think, are going to be wrecking ankles a lot more than we are.
Yeah, I'd say progressively over, like, I've been training around 6 years now. You learn how to fall pretty well. Like, it happens, you will fall, you get, like, bruised and scraped and stuff, but after a while, like, you just learn to turn, like, if a move doesn't go the way you want, you just turn it into another move you know how to do instead of the one they were trying, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, you learn to adapt to it pretty quickly, but not everyone does. Some people do get injured.
And I think that's why we're able to do a lot of what we're doing, because we know we're going to be able to, if we mess up, we kind of know we can fix it mid-air or when we land, or at least be safe somehow. So that's a lot of our training in the background when we've been doing what we've been doing for so long. You know, we started with forward rolls and we did front flip, and then we tried a back flip, then we did different combinations, then we did double back flips or double front flips, then we twisted those ones and we're doing 360 double back flip. So through that progression, we've fallen a lot. We've fallen from crazy positions and learned how to fix that. And then fallen from another crazy position and learned how to fix that. And then done crazy tricks that are off axis or whatever, and we understand rotation, body movement, air sense in general, and we're confident in protecting ourselves even under chaos. And I think a lot of times, somebody that's really, really good at somebody and then something doesn't mess up and they do everything perfect, but they don't take the risks, I think it's really a lot more beautiful when somebody creates, beauty out of chaos, like you saw in this film with some of the stuff that happened, especially with that love fall. But we've all experienced something like that, and I think that makes us more confident and more mellow when we're attempting things, because we know we're going to at least be able to save ourselves a little bit.
I did want to point out that we have Danny and Joe Graham from San Diego United Training Center. They also have parkour classes. Thanks for coming out, guys. There's also Victory Gymnastics in San Diego, and they also offer parkour classes. So.
And the YMCA as
Stitch,
well.
yeah, he's one of their coaches.
Yeah.
Runs a parkour program.
Yeah, I think they're building those up in all the YMCA's as well. Ours over down the street at Toby Wells has a parkour program that's picking up too. So they're all over.